Okay, I'm going to explain what fascia is, what block therapy is, and how to start. So fascia is like a netting covering every single cell in our body. We have trillions of cells. This includes muscle, bone, organs, everything. And so it's just this netting that's woven in between every single thing in our body, becoming way more and more important as research happens. And fascia can get very tight and it grips at 2,000 pounds per square inch. So when you think about it gripping that much, it's really pulling, and it's not your muscle that's tight, it's most likely the fascia. So if we can let that fascia go, decompress it and loosen it up, we can have better posture, we can have less pain, our organs can work properly, just so many wonderful health benefits. And so what is posture? Posture is the way we stand. We're supposed to really stand with our arms facing forward, so palms forward. We're supposed to have our feet under our hips. A lot of people think the hips are farther out here, but it's actually a little bit closer in than you think. So having our feet underneath our hips, facing forward, evenly distributing our weight down on them, not shifting and holding this position too long, as much as we can. And then of course, the majority of our weight in our heels. Most people have a lot of their weight in the front, they're leaning forward, but we should have a majority of our weight in the back of our heels. So let's take a look at posture. Why is fascia so important? Well, a lot of people are starting to look more like this, right? Start rounding our shoulders. Think about this rib cage diving into my stomach, my liver. It's squishing my vital organs, squishing my diaphragm, making my belly protrude, causing pain in my lower back, just tons of issues. Slowly, as we can loosen that up, getting into the core, we'll start bringing that rib cage up and off those vital organs. See even how my neck comes back when I do that. My lower back is starting to have less pain. So really what we want to look like is we want our hips above our ankles. We want our hip and shoulder to be in line, and ultimately then our ear to be in line with our shoulder. To do that, we can slowly decompress the fascia from rounding of the shoulders, driving, cooking, everything we do, laptop, phones, everything we do is bringing us into this motion. So we want to bring those shoulders back. So stick out that chest, bring those shoulders back, bring that neck back, and then bring those hips in. So we don't want to have a sticking out butt. That pelvis is out of alignment. You can be in or out, but let's come here in the middle. So ultimately, we want to try practicing good posture every day, keeping the feet straight, not pronating them or supinating as much as possible. And slowly, as we block the entire body, we can actually fix those alignments and solidify it. So blocking is taking a block and decompressing that fascia. So we have baby and buddy. Baby is a little bit smaller, buddy is a little bit bigger. Buddy is pretty much used in 99% of all the positions, and of course you could just have a buddy. But the baby is nice as it gets into some small places that you can't get in with buddy, and also in some cases it's less intense than a buddy, so they're a really good pair. But to start, it's best to get a buddy because it goes just into every position, and because it has a side and a tall side and flat, you have different options for intensity. As flat will be more surface area, on its side will become a little bit more intense, up high. You just have options, whereas the baby, a little bit less options there, but definitely good to have both, but start with the buddy. So now what were we doing with block therapy? We're pretty much doing what you would think would be called kind of like foam rolling or massage, where you roll, trying to work out that fascia, but really just going on the surface is not going to get deep, and it's really not going to do a whole lot. So we want that time on that area. Just like a massage therapist, when they find that knot and they just hold it, and it's quite a bit of pain, but you're enduring it because you know that once she gets it released, it's just going to feel so great. Block therapy is that, but you can do it on your own. And slowly over time, you'll just feel so much better. You'll be able to do it on your own time when you can, and you'll be able to just propel your self-care because you can do it every single day. So getting into the belly position is the first position in any class. And if you want to just do this one every day, you can right away. So it's good to have props around. You can see I have a pillow here, a ball, even a yoga block. And those are good to have nearby when you're blocking. And sometimes we get into a position where, I don't want to hold up my head, so I'll just prop it up with a ball or another block. And so we just want to be comfortable. So you can have blankets, whatever you want to be comfortable. And what we're going to do during blocking is we're going to breathe diaphragmatically. So diaphragmatic breath is breathing through the belly. We've become chest breathers, and we need to become belly breathers again, like when we were babies. So belly breath is just breathing deep through the belly and then exhaling and making that tummy small, bringing out all the oxygen out of the lungs. So when we breathe diaphragmatically, the belly expands, pulling the diaphragm down, which brings the oxygen to the bottom of the lungs where all the oxygen, or the majority of the oxygen receptor sites are, and you actually get 600 times more oxygen when you do that. Oxygen is great. Oxygen kills parasites, viruses, and also it gives you more energy and gives all the oxygen to your body. So we want more oxygen. And then when you breathe out and make that belly small, the diaphragm lifts up, pushing the air out from the bottom of the lungs and getting that stagnant debris and waste and toxins that are trapped at the bottom of the lungs. When we're chest breathers, we never get to the bottom of the lungs. It stays stagnant down there. We're going to get pneumonia, lung infections. So we really want to diaphragmatic breathe just for our optimal health, optimum energy, optimum oxygen for our body. And then of course, it just creates great health and health for our lungs. So during block therapy, we also breathe in and out through the nose. Now, if you can't, or you feel like that's too strange for you, you can breathe out through the mouth, but definitely the in should be through the nose because there's little wavy, just a pathway, and that's covered in hair as well, so that by the time it gets to your lungs, a lot of the debris, filters, and hopefully toxins has been caught so that we can blow it out through snot or sneeze it out. And then of course, even just going through the nose creates the air at the right temperature for your lungs. So it's a lot easier for the lungs. So in and out through the nose, we're going to diaphragmatically breathe, and then we're going to stay in each position for a minimum of 3 minutes. And the 3 minutes is so that we can really spend time melting and getting through the layers so that we really can work. Like when that massage therapist holds and holds and holds, they may hold it for 3 minutes, they may hold it for less, but then when you do feel a release, well, with blocking, we can get deeper and deeper and deeper and slowly work through all the layers. Now, some good benefits to blocking, and personally I have experienced, is 42 years worth of migraines, never knowing why, right from a baby to child, going through kindergarten, coming home with migraines, my whole life, weekly migraines, debilitating migraines, and blocking has cured them all. I don't have migraines anymore. What a relief. Not as tired anymore because of that. Severe IBS I had. I thought that I was really healthy. I did everything I could, eat right, exercise, all the things that I could possibly think of. And when I found block therapy, I realized how my quality of life wasn't good. I wasn't feeling good half the time. I had migraines all the time. I couldn't eat certain things because of this IBS, and it was really hard, and the blocking was very painful, but I got through it. And now I can say that I have no IBS, I have no migraines, I've cured organ problems. So, give it a try. It's an amazing practice. You won't want to stop, and I think that it will change your life.